Didn't it look like something clicked in the third period? What changed for you guys there?
Uh, I think we just pushed a little bit. We had a slow start. They're a really good first period team, and we knew that. But you know, we maybe didn't have our legs quite early enough. But we won some puck battles after the first period. That's what we tried to concentrate on. They were winning the races, the puck battles, the compete game, and certainly in the third period, we brought our compete up.
How impressed were you by JVR coming back with a bubble and then being pretty integral in that second goal?
He's a hockey player, right? That's what hockey players do.
Those weren't exactly Hall of Fame or memorable goals from an aesthetics purpose. I'm guessing you thought they were beautiful.
Wait, you don't think the overtime goal was beautiful?
It was fine.
Courts?
It was fine. The
First two,
Just
fine.
What I'm saying is,
That goal was just fine.
Yeah, in a game like this, when you're fighting it,
Okay.
score those first two goals.
Yeah, no, it's
The
a
way
good.
you did.
Yeah, it's a good point. But those are the goals that we needed to score because they weren't. It wasn't coming naturally, right? It wasn't coming, tic tac toes. They play a stingy game through the defensive zone, through the neutral zone. Tough to get in on the forecheck. They break it out well. They do a lot of things. So, what was exciting about those two goals? We go to the net hard. We catch a couple of breaks. Obviously, a bounce, two bounces. And then obviously the last goal was a real pretty goal.
This might sound kind of crazy on a night where you don't really have your legs. Just how important was the way you guys defended to keep it 1-0, keep it 2-0? They had the puck a lot, but you didn't give them great looks. You kept the game within shouting distance.
Yeah, even after the first period, we talked about, we didn't do a lot of really good things in the game. They were out competing us in all areas, but it was only 1-0, right? So we were hanging around enough to allow us to, find those couple of breaks, work for those couple of breaks, and we did that.
Belief is not something that you can measure, but how much does this team believing in themselves and one another help in games like tonight?
Well, sure. I mean, again, we've talked about that several times now, is that even when we go down 2-0 early in the third period, the guys, there was no panic. It was just like, okay, let's see where we sit. So, nobody knows that you're going to come back in games like that, but you got to give yourself an opportunity, and mentally, we've done that when we've got into those type of situations.
You maybe talked about it more than you guys have, but to end that 0 and whatever on the back-to-back, the second game, how good did that feel to put that?
You told us sports we had to bring it into the group and talk about it, so you actually should be a coach.
Let me know.
Well, you can come to the rink tomorrow, but we're not.
Terry, I know how important every opportunity is for you. How meaningful was this game for you tonight?
It was huge, we're 2-0 down and did like the huge comeback, especially our record in back-to-backs. It's not great like 0-7, and yet tonight we're like the broke this stats, so it was huge.
How did you feel about your game tonight?
Yeah, I was confident. It was good. Like the workload, especially in the beginning of the game, it was kind of really good to feel. Like getting into the game, like really focus it, like checking the puck, like see those like the rebounds. Yeah, and it was kind of a good like start.
And how important was it for you to get the result? You've played well and not gotten the result tonight. You did.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge. Anyway, like, if you're playing bad or good when you're winning, it's totally different, I'm totally different, like, feeling for a team, like, for, like, the whole, our crew, like, in the future, and we're with a huge smile, going to the next game.
What was the impetus of that comeback? I don't think you're probably too pleased with the first 2+ there.
Yeah, we didn't play great. Felt like we were slow, obviously. Terry made huge saves, kept us in it, and then they scored at the third period to make it 2-0, and one or two ways you can go on that, and we chose to just keep digging and keep playing, and guys stepped up, made a couple nice plays, some fluky goals, but we just stuck with it and kept playing our game, and good things happened, so we'll take it.
You just mentioned those goals. How important is it to score goals like that on a night like this where things aren't really flowing for you?
Yeah, for sure. We really weren't making any plays tonight. I shoot one to the net, Mo gets the rebound, and then Marchie chips one in, and then KJ just fires one from a bad angle and gets a lucky bounce. So, I mean, sometimes you need those bounces, and tonight we got them. I felt like we worked hard. We just didn't really have much. Like I said, we just stuck with it, and yeah, just found a way to win. So it was a lot of fun.
KJ had the aggressive play in overtime last night. You kind of made an aggressive read there along the wall. Are you guys just trying to be more aggressive, or is it just in the moment reading the situation?
I mean, both plays, if you watch them, they kind of fumble it for a second. Petrangelo did last night, and KJ took advantage of it. And then I'm not sure who had the puck tonight, but he kind of fumbles it for a second. And I feel like right then, if you're close enough, you can kind of strike. And once you can beat your guy in overtime, it seems like you have a lot of ice. So just try to get skating and slowly beat his guy up the ice. And yeah, pretty fun play there.
Yeah, did you guys know who was going to shoot it? Or
No.
you were going back and forth quite a bit there.
Yeah, I thought when I gave it back to him, maybe he was going to shoot it.
Yeah.
And then I was almost below the goal line. So
Right.
he makes a good pass back to me. It would have looked pretty dumb if we missed it or something. But no, it's a great play all around. And I just happy we could get the win tonight.
We talked pregame about this. How good does it feel to end the back-to-back thing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're hard, right? Back-to-backs are really tough, especially when the team's rested. And everyone only goes through them, and it's one of those things where if we want to get to where we want to go and take steps forward, those are games you have to win at some point. You don't have to win them all, but you can't be 0-7, right? So I think this is a huge step forward for our group, and yeah, just a resilient win, and just having a lot of fun right now, so just got to keep going.
Was it a boost to get JVR back there in the third period, running the face mask and everything?
Yeah, for sure, and he makes a great play on KJ's goal. So just a veteran guy, obviously. It's a tough situation. He's in there. His face looks pretty bad, so he wants to be out there and help the team, and he did. And yeah, it's a huge boost for our group. He's a guy that everyone loves in here and guys look up to. So to get him back and just playing his game out there, I thought was awesome for us.
When you guys are down 2-0-2, just the way that you've been able to come back in games at times this year, do you feel like if you just got one, you'd be able to maybe get back into this one?
Yeah, I mean, you just never know what's going to happen, right? So just stick with the game plan. First one's obviously huge, and then, like I said, KJ just throws one in and gets a lucky bounce, and next thing you know, we're tied going overtime, and we're pretty good in overtime and shootouts. So, yeah, I mean, we just stick with it and keep working, and yeah, just find ways to win. So just gotta keep it going now.
I don't know. I mean, all the games are big right now, so not the best start for us, but kind of got into the game, and then obviously great comeback in the third.
How important was Marchie's goal just to kind of get you going and give you a little belief?
Yeah, no, it was huge. I mean, Marchie's the best, so superstar. So yeah, no, it was good. Good to get the ball rolling for us.
For you guys to have the success that you had tonight, you need to win stick battles. You need to win those battles. It didn't look like that was happening early on. Did you kind of realize, hey, look, if we're going to have a chance here, that's what's got to happen?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what we talked about. I didn't think we were winning many battles in the first, including myself. So yeah, just try to dial that in and be better, and I think we did.
And how big of a lift is it to see Daniil Tarasov come back with a big old bubble on his head after missing so much?
Yeah, I know it's nice. Obviously, it's pretty tough for him to come back. So it was an unfortunate play, but yeah, it was funny to see him come back. Couldn't really talk and had the bubble on, big lips. So yeah, it's always that's hockey. So you love it.
Did you see how your goal went in?
Yeah, I think it was like trickling in the crease and hit their D-man skate. I think. Yeah.
Not the most beautiful goal, but beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll take him any goal at that point. So yeah.
JVR kind of makes that happen by taking the guy to the net, and for a guy to do that with the bubble on, it says a lot about him, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, it was a nice play, like giving me enough time there to get a shot off.
How good does it feel to win it back-to-back second half?
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a problem until today when we talked about it. And yeah, it definitely feels good. I mean, these games are always a bit harder, especially if they're rested. So yeah, definitely feels good. It's a big one.